we consider another kind of attack on Wi-Fi access points and systems, and specifically we will look at fluxion. Previously, I had mentioned about honeypots and the motivations for why we might want to be doing something like this. These days, people are using WPA and then WPA2, personal and enterprise modes instead of WEP. So a lot of the attacks that had been previously possible, like with WEP to get the key, would no longer work. We had seen also that now with the pre-shared key of WPA and WPA2, we need to use dictionary attacks, and this is not a very good way of breaking into a system because it relies on being able to guess the password. You check many different possible passwords, but these are things that are in a list. So if somehow the passphrase is not in the list, what can you do? This alternative approach of using something like a honeypot is to try to induce a human user to provide the passphrase rather than doing brute force through many different combinations. We then tied this with our other building of knowledge regarding fake access points, because we have been using Airbase NG for a number of different demos, and generally we have not been having a full-fledged rogue access point by just starting Airbase NG. So we don't have all the features that you find in a normal access point, but Airbase NG provides the minimum in order to respond to probes from stations and to get them to think that they are authenticated and associated with an access point. And the main reason is then to be able to capture certain frames that the client sent. In order to get beyond this, we can actually add additional features because real access points support additional features, and some of these are listed here: DNS, routing, internet connectivity, and so on. And then we can have more full-feature fake access points, also known as rogue access points. Since these go beyond Airbase NG and provide IP connectivity, even a HTTP server, this allows it to be more powerful and allows additional capabilities like social engineering. So now we can have this rogue access point asking the human user for the passphrase and making it appear that it's coming from a legitimate access point. Humans are used to entering the passphrase at various points because with these pre-shared passphrases, sometimes you need to enter them into your machine. The machine might forget after a while because of some configuration issue. And so humans are used to doing that once in a while. They might not really enjoy it, but they're used to doing it. And so if you can get them to believe that that's what they're doing, then they would do it. And so then the rogue access point can capture that passphrase and can bypass all the dictionary attacks. This can also be used in conjunction with a DOF attack in order to capture the four-way handshake as well, to verify that the passphrase is indeed correct, because you don't want to be relying on the human to enter it correctly. What if they had a typo in the passphrase and then you think it's correct, and it's kind of troublesome. So it's good to be able to verify as well, and we can take advantage of the client software to participate in a four-way handshake if they have been de-authenticated. So is there a package that includes these things that we were just talking about? And yes, there is indeed. That's where we come to fluxion. So fluxion sets up a honeypot with these various features of access points, so it can become a more regular, full-fledged access point. Host APD is a key part of it, and that's where it has the various access point protocols that are part of normal access points. Together with host APD, there are other pieces that you would normally find or that it might be useful for this rogue access point to have. So like an HTTP server, Lig HTTPD is used for this purpose. It also comes conveniently packaged with DNS and DHCP servers. So you have a whole bunch of things that will make the client feel at home and feel like it's really connecting to a genuine access point, where actually it's connecting to this fake access point that has been set up by us. Fluxion also conveniently runs a DOF attack, so it can also try to capture this four-way handshake if needed. And then it can verify the passphrase using previously captured handshake. Now, it doesn't reinvent the wheel, so we see that Fluxion is using packages and components that were created by other people. It's putting them together in a convenient way, whereas in the past, you could do the same kind of thing, but you'd have to put together the pieces yourself. Now, it's coming together in a convenient package with easy configuration to get this going. It uses tools like AeroDumpNG and so on, as we will see in the demo, rather than reinventing the wheel. So this is attacking the weakest link, as mentioned. So this is a form of social engineering, and it facilitates man-in-the-middle attacks, because you can imagine what you can do after this. Perhaps the users might go to certain websites, they enter passwords and login credentials and so on. So all kinds of things as a man in the middle. And it's still under development. It was, in fact, available from a particular GitHub repository, and then it was removed for whatever reason. So for some months it was not available from there, but you could get it from other sources. And then it was brought back up.